Do you really want this woman as your next senator? Let's talk about it. Somali first, Ilhan Omar is considering running for the United States Senate, and this is according to Axios. It is her along with Angie Craig, who is also a Democratic representative in Minnesota. They're both being pushed, interesting, pushed to run for United States Senate in 2026 after Senator Tina Smith said Thursday that she doesn't plan to seek re-election. We know that Ilhan Omar has expressed her disdain for America on the United States Congress front, which is what she has currently, the position she occupies. We have heard it said, I'm sure you have seen the video that is circulating, where she is teaching illegal immigrants in Somali, teaching them how to evade and to basically work against ICE as they're seeking to protect us, the United States citizens, by way of getting rid of illegal immigrants. Regardless of what her personal stance may be, the fact that she occupies a public office, an American office, means America should be first, but that's not the case. There's another clip which is on my timeline where you can see her talking to Somali, telling Somalians that you don't have to ever worry about your interests as long as I'm in power. She said that she would, that they are first, basically. This is while she is in the United States Congress. Now, let me go ahead and be clear. If this was the United States of America, if this was President Trump, and he was pro, let's say, Scotland, because that's where I think one of his parents come from, and all he talked about was Scotland and Scotland politics and how Scotland and Scotland this, we got illegal funds going, that's being robbed. We as Americans are being robbed, money going a lot of places, some places called unnamed resources, right? Who knows what's happening with Somali? And now the fact that it's being reported that she is being pushed to run for Senate, this is one of the most anti-American Congress people I have ever seen. She's anti-American. She's anti-Israel. She has spoken her rhetoric and she will not close her mouth. And as soon as you say something, here's the comeback. Soon as you say something about what she's doing, oh, they don't like it because I'm a woman. Oh, because I'm a woman of color. Well, I'm a woman of color, and I'm saying that she's the bigot. She's the distractor. She's a person who's been sent here, and I believe that she's been sent here to cause dissension, chaos, and to further the divide of the United States. I believe that with all my heart. Some might say, well, she was elected. Yes, she was. Do you want to know what her core base is of her election? It wasn't Americans, it was Somalians. And Somalia is one of the poorest countries in the world. And my thought is, since she has such a compassion and such a love for Somalia, which she should because she's from there, go back and make change there. Here's something that I want you to consider, and this might be a little bit controversial, but whoop, here it is. There is nothing about Ilhan Omar, nothing about the person, nothing about her that says America first. Technically, everything about her reads anti-American. Take from that what you will. I personally don't believe that any of the squad should hold their position. So if congressmen or other people, other Democrats are trying to push them into position, it has everything to do with a power grab, and it has to do with some type of ideology that is antithetical to American values. I'm just disturbed. I know this is disdain. I have great disdain for this because let's take it in smaller bites. Like one of the governors I love in the United States is Governor DeSantis. I love that man. He is my governor, though I'm not in Florida. Sorry, Brian Kemp, but he is. And one of the things that I like about him is that he's pro-Florida. He's about the Floridians. He's about Florida life. He's about preserving, protecting, flourishing Florida. Everything he's doing is pro-Florida. We're not catching him going to his native or his ancestral line, going and saying, yeah, as long as I'm in power, you're going to be okay. We're not going to catch that. With him, it is the Floridians. It is making sure Florida is good. And I can get behind that. I've seen this man when Biden was in office and signed some type of weird woke ideology into law. I seen him almost like the next day, press conference. This will not happen in Florida. Basically, it's what the new order, executive order that he was signed. Watched it all. Wonderful thing to see. Why? Because he's pro-Florida, as he should be, because he is the governor of Florida. Same with President Donald Trump. He is pro-America. America first. So you know what names and titles and labels he get? Oh, he's a nationalist. He's a bigot. He's all those. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Your mind is infected with a woke ideology that doesn't even end with your flourishing, but instead your demise. And they are using this ideology to poison and further divide the American people. And I can't even say great disdain, because it's worse than that. So whatever is worse, whatever, it's that. So it is my sincerest belief that Ilhan Omar, she needs to be fired from her job. She needs to be deported back to her country. And she needs to make restitution for whatever way she has robbed the American people. Following her should be AOC, Rashida, whatever her last name, Tlaib, or I don't know her last name, and Ayanna Pressley. They promote a very anti-American ideology that is fracturing this country, and it's my sincerest belief that they was put there to do just that. I want to know what you think about that. I want to know what you think about, especially that last statement, because AOC, Rashida, and Ayanna Pressley, they're speaking the same thing. Can y'all remember back in 2018 when they first came on the scene? I think they all came in together. I don't remember, but I think it's around the same time. I could say that part. And they were freshmen, right? Coming into this new atmosphere, but they were spitting some very anti-American stuff. It was in the news left and right. Even people in the Democrats was wondering when they were going to reel her in. They were looking at Pelosi, trying to see when were they going to reel her in, because here goes Omar, anti-Israel, and Israel is this, and she would speak all her Palestinian. I'm sorry, she wasn't the Palestinian. It's the other one that's the Palestinian. Are y'all not seeing this? It's upsetting to see. And the only reason why they get away with it is because we remain quiet. There was one great man, I want to say MLK, but I could be wrong. But he said something to the tune of, when voices are quiet, when people are quiet against evil things, evil prevails. And so we need to start speaking up, because if not, Ilhan Omar will. She'll speak her anti-American rhetoric. And people would think, well, that must be what it is in America. And I'm not about that life. I hope you're not. If you're an American people, if you're an American, I hope you're not. I hope you're pro-America. They've been teaching and feeding our children. Hate America. America's the enemy. The same place that's feeding you, clothing you, and giving you a life, giving you all your little technology that you enjoy. Y'all don't see a problem with this? I'm going to stop here. Let me know your thoughts. Drop it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Let's talk about it. Also, don't forget to mash that heart and to share and to follow me. God bless.